Welcome to the Tela Network podcast. I'm StJohn Piano, a founder at Tela Network and CTO at Solidi Exchange. Today we're having a short hangout with Nicholas Piano, CEO of Tela Network. Thank you for joining us, Nicholas.
Thanks for having me.
How are things going with Tela?
They're going better and better, actually. Recently, over the last few months, we've really been zeroing in on who can really make the best use of Tela initially, and so yeah, we've started finding more and more people who really can make really good use of it.
Uh, do you have a particular example?
Yeah, definitely. We were speaking to a personal trainer recently called Adrian Masidik, and he runs a what does he do? He runs a fitness company that caters to business owners, entrepreneurs, and basically integrates their training with their business work to make it sure that there's a type of balance. So for interacting with his customers and new potential customers, um, Teller could be really good. And he mentioned to us that Teller seemed far simpler than he thought, and it was just as simple as that, a payment system integrated with the messages to allow him to manage the messages. And so that was a good interaction.
Cool. And to completely change tack,
Mm.
the other day we were hanging out and you were talking about some ideas of swarms regarding swarm behavior.
I suppose I
Um,
was, yeah.
so why don't you
What was
enlighten
my
the
idea
internet?
about swarms? Oh man, I have to remember the whole thing. Um, well, bees swarm, and a big part of the study, a lot of what is it called? People who study bees, a I
There's
don't
a
know,
there's a specialized name.
apiologists. That must be
S-
a special name.
I'll look it
But
up.
the one big sort of unanswered question I think is like why bees swarm when they do, and it's a question of like ways of forming consensus, and those types of ideas um, they really apply to other other times when consensus is formed spontaneously, like the way human crowds of humans act or the way horses act, and like where consensus is suddenly decided upon. Um, and it's very interesting to sort of investigate the factors that affect when consensus is actually achieved. It's pretty fascinating. But what was
Yeah,
the specific idea I had? I can't remember what I applied it to.
there was something about how when riots emerge or when wars happen, there's this many layered.
Yeah.
The decision is taking place at many different layers, and it's many different sets of decisions.
Yes, and also it's about the difference between the motivations of the individual and the motivations of the group. Um, People act on what they believe will benefit their goals right now,
Mm,
and it's their goals as individuals right now.
mm.
And sure, their goals could be like the betterment of the group or the welfare of the group, or it could be that. But the point is that when in a moment when everybody sees that their goals could be satisfied in some way, then it's just when enough of that occurs at the same time, you kind of get this swarming instant, something triggers.
Mm.
And uh, yeah, on a large scale, that could be something like a war. On a smaller scale, it could be a riot or anything else like that.
Thought occurs to me that the same thing applies to technology spreading, that
Yeah.
the radio spreads or the internal combustion engine spreads
Hmm.
on a similar in a similar way.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an interesting thought, like how to think about those in similar ways.
The term for someone who studies bees professionally is melitologist.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
So there we have it.
Um, I I was trying to think of a way to.
Is that a dog scratching?
Yeah. Is that coming up over the microphone?
It is.
There's a dog here. Hello, dog.
Uh,
Yep.
uh, Last question, then we'll
Yeah.
keep it short.
Yep. No worries.
So, what do you see coming next for Tela?
Well, next we are. Wait, can I say this? I can't. We are closely associated with Lanzadera at this time. And no, I'll say that we're closely associated with people in Lanzadera and are
That's better.
talking about ways they can help us to discover greater opportunities for clients and corporate opportunities, and also to fix misconceptions that we might have, or problems with our approach. So I'm looking forward to eye-opening conversations with professionals right now who are far more experienced than I am. So I am very much looking forward to that.
Great. I think that is a good note to end our first
Yeah,
experimental hangout on. So,
indeed.
thanks for joining.
Yeah, thank you very much.